Ops The Line is an intense third-person military shooter, but there's a number of things that we're trying to focus on to make sure that this experience is as unique as possible in this competitive genre. First and foremost, we have a very dark and mature narrative where we follow a squad of elite Delta Force operators into the heart of darkness in a surreal environment. So in the near future, the game takes place in Dubai after a series of cataclysmic sandstorms have swept through the region and have literally filled the city with sand. And so this provides a lot of opportunities in this already fantastic city that's actually a real-world environment for visuals and also gameplay. So things like being able to cause sand avalanches to crush your enemies and when you're outnumbered. Things like being able to fight inside of these brutal sandstorms that change the entire dynamic of the battle and the tactics that you have to use as the gamer. Also, you can even throw frag grenades into the sand and kick up sand into the enemies and stun them and things like that. And so the sand is an ever-present physical force of nature that's in the game that actually ties into the narrative as well in an interesting way. So our squad arrives in Dubai and they begin to evolve as they find things that are there that they don't expect. There's something very sinister going on in the streets of Dubai as our squad of elite Delta Force operators goes on a rescue mission to find a man named Colonel John Conrad who was stationed there. But when they get there, it's not what they expect at all. And so this is the story that the player encounters and gets to unravel as he enters Dubai in Spec Ops The Line.
Conrad's whole battalion could be right around the corner.
They're killing innocent people.
I don't like it either. If we charge in guns blazing, they'll just get caught in the crossfire.
So today we're showing a number of things, some of the things I just mentioned, like the effects that sand can have on the combat and things like that. But probably the thing I'm most excited about is we're showing a scene where the player gets to make a decision about how to approach a very difficult and heart-wrenching scenario where a man who has information that they need is being tortured. And there's a number of different ways that they can choose to approach the situation, and the squad mates disagree on how this should be approached. And the player gets to use all of the gameplay mechanics and moves that we've provided in order to make this decision in any way he wants. So there's not like press A to do the good thing or press B to do the bad thing, or any like press B to do the good thing and get the big BFG weapon afterwards or something like that. It's more of like a real-world decision where you have to just decide how to approach these situations and be perceptive as the player, and then you're going to live with those decisions throughout the rest of the campaign, and they impact the major plot lines in the game. You can imagine if everything in the world was just covered in sand, that would be pretty boring. It would just be drab and so what we have done is actually, first and foremost, we chose the city of Dubai, which is an amazing architectural playground. It's something that strikes the imagination in every way possible. First of all, they use these amazing materials like gold and marble and glass and crystal. And then on top of that, the sand provides this crazy variety where, you know, you may be walking on a sand dune but realize, oh, I'm actually walking on the rooftop of a building that has a glass roof. And then I can see below, there's actually an entombed interior space there that is completely untouched. So you're gonna see these opulent and decadent interiors that are completely untouched and unscathed by the sandstorms, which is really interesting because it provides this crazy contrast between opulence and nature. Spec Ops The Line is gonna be coming out for the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3, and the PC in 2011.